The battle against Lupus magic continued. Lance fought against Vert Muddle and emerged victorious. Mash came out to fight against Abyss Raider and was able to defeat him. And now the battle of Dot and Tin begins. One of Easton's students was walking down a dark hallway, holding a note from Valberg in his hand that says, "Go to the dungeon." He casts a spell and opens a huge door. At this time, Dot and Finn are about to fight their enemies. Milo left Cute alone with Dot and Finn in full confidence that she would easily defeat them. Cute began to seduce the guys and asked if they liked her. The guys didn't realize what was going on and were confused. Cute continued to manipulate the guys. To Dot, this behavior seemed disgusting. Dot went into withdrawal because he liked Cute and found it hard to resist her manipulations. But Dot calmed down and said that he already had a fiancée named Lemon and that he couldn't take her as his wife. Finn said that was said out of turn. Cute was upset about Dot already having a fiancé, so she decided to kill them. The guys realized that to add to her flaws, she was also unstable. Cute cast a spell and used magic against the guys, but Dot was able to fend off the attack. Dot realized that they were in trouble because mages with 2 marks have twice as much magic. Cute started freaking out and yelling that guys were obligated to compliment and pamper her all the time because she was beautiful and sweet. She was sure that men weren't capable of that, so they should die. Cute asked them again if they liked her. Dot said she was in over her head for saying such frank things to the first man she met. But he was blown away again, because her manipulations had a strong effect on him, but he apologized to her again and said he already had a fiancé. Finn was horrified that it had all happened word for word. Cute attacked the guys again, but this time Dot couldn't fend off the attack. Finn got worried and ran up to Dot to help him, but Dot said he even enjoyed it. Papa convinced Cute that if a man didn't court a woman, he could be finished off. Dot said he didn't care about her father's opinion and used magic against Cute. With his blow, Dot created a smokescreen around her and wanted to take the staff away from her. She threw Dot aside and said that he would not defeat her. She then started talking about her friend Milo, who can turn people to stone and has a goal to turn Mash to stone. She said that the spell would work in 30 minutes, so Dot still had time to defeat Cute and save Mash. Cute once again used the whirlwind magic. She assured Dot that it was very difficult to get out of the vortex. Cute felt sorry for Mash for being friends with weaklings like Dot and Finn, and called Mash a fool for trying to defeat Abel. Dot realized that Cute was strong, and the strong wind made his bones ache. Dot remembered a day in his childhood when he was bought a new broom and the boys took it away. Then Dot's sister came and gave him the broom back. His sister told him that he should be able to defend himself, but he always thought that his resistance would only make things worse. His sister told him that if he made a friend, he would have to defend him. She also said that a friend could only meet once in a lifetime, so he should cherish him and never betray him. Then he remembered the day he first met Mash, who had helped him defeat Silva. Dot blamed himself for not being able to help Mash. His memories of Mash fighting him shoulder to shoulder added to his motivation. While Dot was trapped in the vortex, Cute wanted to deal with Finn. Finn couldn't defend himself because he was so weak. At that moment Dot got out of the vortex and said that he was not going to give up when his friend was being bullied. Out of anger, Dot got a mark with a cross on his forehead and repelled Cute's attack. She couldn't believe that Dot had increased the power of his magic in a matter of minutes. Sometimes children are born on Earth with a cross on their foreheads. Cute had heard that such mages are true demons. When their emotions cross boundaries they unleash their full power. Dot believes that insulting his friends is considered a grave act. Dot activated his speed magic and directed the flaming orbs towards Cute. Dot purposely didn't aim at Cute because he thought hitting girls was inexcusable and told her to get the hell out of here before he changed his mind. Cute was moved by Dot's noble deed. Finn was surprised that Dot was as strong as the mages with 2 marks. Finn wanted to congratulate Dot on his victory, but suddenly Milo attacked him. Dot sacrificed himself to protect his friend. Milo was very angry because Cute was defeated. Milo looked at the boys and mistook them for weak bugs. Milo used stone magic and pointed his stone hands at the guys. Dot didn't realize if he could defeat Milo. Cute was confident in Milo's strength and thought that Dot and Finn would lose. Suddenly, a sword flew into Milo and did severe damage to him. Dot and Finn didn't realize what had happened. Milo was shocked that his magic had been defeated so easily. Rain, who was divine, appeared, but Milo still thought he was weak and tried to attack him, but Rain deflected the attack with his sword magic. Rain was angry that Milo was simply wasting his time and pointed many swords in his direction. Dot and Finn were delighted by the power of the divine conduction magic. Seeing her comrades' defeat, Cute instantly took off her cloak of lupus magic and wanted to join Adler. Milo was surprised at such a huge magic power. Then he started to tell that he had to fight with the Adler guys because he is greatly afraid of his leader who didn't give him a choice, and Milo tearfully asked for forgiveness. But Rain had no pity for him and started to maim him. Rain said that in this world it is not words that are most valued, but actions. Rain never believed the words of those who are no better than the dirt beneath his feet. All scum only understand the language of pain, so he maimed him. Dot wondered if Rain was from Adler. Rain told Dot and Finn to go home while he got all the information out of Milo. It was unclear to Dot what divine conduction had forgotten within the walls of the academy. As Rain walked down the hallway, he felt a strange energy coming from Mash and realized it wasn't magic. He stopped him to check his magic level and used a spider to do it. The spider was never wrong in its measurements because so many students had passed through it. When Mash refused the test at the same moment, a huge sword flew at him, which he was able to stop with 2 fingers. Mash reprimanded Rain for throwing big swords and added that it was very uncultured of him. Spider realized that Mash had no magic and thought that he had probably miscounted. Rain realized that Mash had no magic and attacked him with his swords, but Mash made a chair out of them. Spider thought what had happened was delusional. Rain was sure that Mash was a stranger but decided to do one last test with him. When Rain used sword magic, Mash practiced his strikes and was able to fend off all the attacks. Rain asked what Mash's name was, and after he answered he remembered Valberg telling him about an interesting young man who entered the academy. He is incredibly strong in spirit and heart. Valberg had asked him to keep an eye on Mash. When Rain realized who stood before him, he apologized for all the ordeal he had arranged, but Mash was unwilling to forgive him. Rain held out a magic handkerchief that heals wounds and asked him to accept it. Looking at the handkerchief, Mash thought that Rain liked rabbits and thanked him for the handkerchief. Rain asked Mash to be careful during the battle with Abel. Mash asked how he knew that. Rain said that Valberg had informed him that Mash wanted to become a divine conduction, so he would have to face Abel sooner or later. Abel is one of the main contenders for this year's divine conduction title. His puppet magic is many times higher than any other student in the academy. Rain was amazed as he reflected the swords with his hands, but the battle with Abel will be a tough test for Mash because he has no magic, but Mash reported otherwise. Rain said that Abel has the most coins in the academy anyway, so if Mash wins, all the coins will belong to him and he will gain the title he needs. Rain added that he wanted to have the strongest allies around him and urged Mash to fight for the title of divine conduction. As Rain left, he asked Mash to take care of himself and added that he was doing all of this for himself. Mash looked at the back of Rain as he walked away and thought he was a good guy. Rain remembered Valberg's words that Mash was a very simple guy who put the welfare of his friends above his own and would go to the ends of the earth for them. Rain thought that in order to become divine by being devoid of magic, then in order to do so you would have to prove that you are worth more than anyone who possesses that magic. In front of the door to Lana's dormitory, Mash thought again about how to open the door. He finally cracked it open and said he'd just knocked on it. Abel couldn't believe that Mash was so stupid that he couldn't open the door without breaking it.